Right, without question. First off, and I didn't hear too many people out here in the blogosphere, talking about this Chilla Jones versus Conceited battle. Really, really just short of an epic. That's what I called it. I think it's one of those battles that if it wasn't for like a kind of an awkward third round, what was going on? I was talking to Organic about that, man. And I mean, it surprised Organic. I mean, how engaged the crowd was to both MCs. And then all of a sudden, it seemed like, there was some hate mail that came through for Conceited in that third round. And it was like, Conceited clearly dropping bars, but literally the crowd reacting as if it was like a pin drop. What was up with that, Stro? What's your take on that?
I don't know. I've been if you look at some of Conceited's more recent battles, this is actually this has been happening more often than not in regards to Conceited, and I think the hate mail is coming from success. A lot of times, say an MC does something to get recognized on a higher level, and now that he's been recognized by MTV?
Right.
Nick Cannon show all of a sudden he's Hollywood and he's not dope and he's not, it's basically the crab in the buckets theory where, as soon as you get out the bucket, somebody's trying to pull you down or they're not happy you're getting out.
Right. That's a great point. I mean, a lot of people, because he did kind of take, a vacay from the battle scene for a minute. He just kind of focused on wilding out. And then now we've seen like in pretty much like the last year, because I remember around this time last year, I remember he had a battle. It was in an interesting league, but he had took a battle on, and it was like, okay, Conceited is on his way back up.
I believe that was ETD.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It's kind of like, I don't, no disrespect to the league, but it's definitely like not.
No. Yeah, absolutely.
It's not a very popular league that a lot of battle rap fans would know about. But it was a solid Conceited. He was in there, and his opponent was it Deuce?
I believe it was. I'm trying to. I believe it was Deuce. Let's just do some. Well, actually, let's roll up over here. Let's check this out. We like to do. Oh no, that's the initiation league. We like to do. We're gonna drop this right here.
Oh yeah, I definitely mess with them too, man.
Yeah, no. This is one of the more premier leagues in Florida, and definitely on the way up. So I definitely got plenty of respect for Enter the Dungeon, and they threw a good battle this time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
July 19th, he was just talking about something there, but I just remember last year that he had battled a dude, and I think you're right, over at ETD, and it was a dope battle, and I think I'm pretty sure he got gun bar of the week, or like bar of the week that week. He had ran a scheme, and Conceited was like back at it again. So anyway, shouts out to Conceited. The only reason I think this is a real hard battle to call. Let's get to the verdict. I think it's a real hard battle to call. Him and Chilla Jones. If you look at it, it's really it's bars and angles versus bars, schemes, punches, schemes. Obviously, they both have great performance, but I really think a novice battle rap fan will have a hard time calling this one, Stro. Talk to me about that.
Well, you got to keep up. These two guys right here, Conceited, punchline rapper. He's gonna be sending, he's gonna be dropping haymakers relatively often. It's not gonna be a bunch of filler or long setups. And then you're gonna have Chilla Jones, who's gonna be going into some, at times complex schemes, using some wordplay, and also doing punchline now. And once he was a complete scheme MC, and that's all you could expect from him. And I believe that's why he was able to kind of edge Conceited in this battle. Not per se on bars. I feel like this was an equal battle in regards to bars. But then once you nullify the bars, now you're looking for other things. Performance, they both perform fine.
Yeah.
Now we're saying, okay, what kind of angles or tactics did you use? And Chilla Jones was able to use more tools in the battle rap tool belt than Conceited was.
Yeah, and I think it's a great battle for upcoming MCs to take a look at, because what happens when you go up against a guy that's kicking out just as good as you are. Like he said, this is a battle of, the bars were there, they both are performing great. Then it really becomes like, who can do more with the time given?
Right.
And, and with that said, it's like Chilla Jones could do more. He could scheme, he could punch. He even did some put it in subtitles on the fraternity scheme, how he brought it back. You know what I mean? Like he really showed that, and like he told us on our podcast, I have the full repertoire, Stro, and here's a battle where he manifests exactly what he told us, that he's always had it, but he's never had to pull it out. And going up against Conceited, a battle that we knew would happen about a year and a half ago, we see this Chilla Jones that he has to pull out his full repertoire. And if he didn't, Stro, with the kind of angles that Conceited was putting on him, I think Conceited would have edged it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there's not too many MCs who would have survived that level of bars that Conceited was dropping this battle. Not many at all. So, I mean, that's another thing that should be looked at. It's like, give Chilla his respect. And I think he's kind of still slept on in a sense, as far as being one of the premier top tier MCs. People aren't realizing that Chilla Jones should probably be always in your top 5.
Yeah, I think so. But I think today is going to be the day. I really think he's going to handle business against Prep, especially with the kind of intensity that they were kicking out on the Smack trailer. And I hate to say it, shouts out to Prep, and I don't really care whether he's gay or not. But with that rumor coming out, I know that Chilla went back into, picked his pen back up. So that's going to be an expected angle. I think we talked about this in the predictions that, Prep has to be prepared for that. But I do feel like, my point being, I feel like Chilla Jones is going to take Prep, and I think the battle rap world will be able to say, okay, this guy is got to be in my top 5.